Good morning, guys. Let's take a little walk around the garden so I can show you all the new things that are going on. First of all, look how big my sage is. It is massive. It must like sitting here because it gets direct sunlight. It's doing very well. Let's see, I got a few carrots in this grow bag, and those are not weeds, at least most of them. They're garlic. So like this thing in the middle, that's a weed. So I have to do some weeding in here. So that garlic won't be ready till next year. Then I have some beets in here, and I have to do some weeding also. These type of weeds that grow here, like this, look how easy they come up. It's ridiculous. What I do is I just throw weeds on the floor and let them compost if I'm not near the compost pile. So we have some beets in there. Sweet potato finally decided to do something, but who knows, it probably won't have anything in there. Then we have my beautiful flowers. These are all perennials, my roses. This perennial plant died. I don't know what happened to it. Then all the flowers you see are calendulas. Calendulas, I just love them. Over here I have a spearmint plant, which I'm going to start harvesting the leaves and drying them because I drink a lot of tea. Now they're not sponsored. They're not sponsoring me, but I get my teas at mountainroseherbs.com. I've been buying tea blends from them for 15 years maybe or more. But when I have my own like this, I like taking it and using it. But they have the most delicious teas. Uh-oh, look who snuck in the garden. Nina. I have this little sage back here. He's been here for years. And I have Miss Rosemary. Now, these are the green beans, pole beans. Last week I picked a lot, and we're getting more because when you have beans, whether they're pole beans or bush beans, I'm sorry, these are bush beans, the more you pick, the more they give you. What in the world is around my foot? I was hoping it wasn't a snake. See more beans. My rose bush is really pretty. These are red roses and the other ones are pink. Nina! Oh my gosh, how did she get in there? Get out! Over here we have some more bush beans. Look how beautiful the purple ones are. Now they're beautiful like this, but they will not stay in color like that when you cook them. They turn green. More calendulas. This giant weed thing in the middle. This is a perennial plant. It'll be like this. I got it in Menards. Sometimes I buy perennial plants at the end of the season because they go on clearance. They are so much cheaper. Okay, look at my mammoth beet. This thing, let's see if I can move these aside. Look, compared to my hand, I'm curious to know how big that's gonna get underground. I don't know, look how pretty it is though, it's big. I have a lot of thyme here. Then I have more calendulas and my golden beets. Look how pretty they are. Golden beet, delicious. I've been eating a few and they taste kind of like the red beet. They're just yellow inside and they got circular stripes. Look at this giant tomato plant that was a volunteer. It fell over because it's so big. I just left it. And now I'm starting to see little tomatoes that I'm going to start picking. Really cool, right? It's nice when you get a volunteer once in a while. You didn't do anything to plant it. Free. Another beet. These are my carrots. These are tomatoes. Tomatoes are starting to change color. This is a bell pepper plant, which if you all know, I love to cook. Look, these are the tomatoes. Now, I don't know how big these tomatoes are going to get. They're called Saracula, something like that. I'll have to Google the name. They're supposed to be from Mexico. They're supposed to taste good. We got more bell peppers here. And I have a jalapeno here somewhere. There they are. So the rest of the tomatoes, I think these are going to stay green. They're called Green Giant. Nina, come here. She's running in my bed now. Little Nina wakes up. She wakes up hyper. Very hyper. So we got more tomatoes down there, and those will be red. And the plant looks like it's not lacking water, that's for sure. A branch must have broken off and just started turning yellow. And these are going to also be green. Then I have the pumpkin plant that decided to just do its own thing over here. You can see it goes there, and goes all the way up. Now whether I'll get a pumpkin, I don't know. So far I don't see any. But you never know. They pop up out of nowhere sometimes. I love pumpkins. I would love next year to do an entire pumpkin patch here. That'd be so cool to have pumpkins and to take pictures. And these are the flowers that started climbing up this thing. They're actually really pretty. Black Eye Susan, I believe they're called, because look, they got the little black eye in the middle. But these are an annual, so at the end of the season I'll just rip them up. And next year, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to do it. I need another idea. But since there's such a space between these things, I think I'm going to put some strings in between, like, or maybe a mesh to help things climb. Because I noticed that this year it was struggling. It really was. Look at that. So speaking of cooking, I am no longer employed in a jail prison type environment. It's time to move on. I need bigger things in life and be out of a dangerous environment. So I accepted a position as a cook next to an executive chef. And I'm going to be cooking very high-class food like shrimp scampi, which I made the other day, and filet mignon. You know, for those of you that say there's no work out there, I left the jail on Monday and I was unemployed a whole 48 hours. And that's because I really didn't put a big effort into looking. Since there's so much work, you know, for months, I think since I got my certificate in cooking, my ServSafe, they must have sold my email or something, because I've been getting offers left and right for all types of food things. From directors of prisons, from, you know, kitchen managers, from high-class kitchens, from, oh my gosh, they're coming from everywhere, and they all pay very well. People are paying very well today. So my new job will be less hours a day, which is good for me. I don't have to get up at the crack of dawn. I can actually start later in the morning and finish about a half hour later than what I was doing previously. And I'm going to be making real food, and I love it. And the entire team is very happy. And when I went to Shadow, I didn't see one person playing on their phone. Nobody was sitting. Nobody was lazy. It was all happy and helping each other. And who was chopping, who was cleaning, and it was a lot better environment for me. More of my cup of tea, more of my style, more of my type of work ethic. So I'm really excited for that new adventure. Look at her. She's trying to get in this bed. So anyway, I'm able to spend more time in the garden and have more times for my worms and obviously my family. And I've already been cooking at home a lot more. My family's really happy. So that's going on in my life. So this garden will have to slowly be put to bed soon once I start harvesting everything. And, you know, you got to put boxes down on your beds and put straw to put things to bed. If you don't have boxes, just put straw, or you can put newspaper. I used to get boxes from my job, but now in my new job I'll get boxes again, so I won't struggle with that. Now we have a lot of rain coming today because of Hurricane Ida. We're in southern Indiana, so I'm really hope the rain doesn't drown my garden. Years ago I had, when we were in Texas, I had a hurricane come through and my garden wasn't damaged, but my gosh, it had so much water. It took like forever for it to dry. What are you doing? What are you doing, Nina? Are you on an adventure? Are you on an adventure? Say hi to everyone. So anyway, guys, that's what's going on. My next video, or a few videos from now, I'm going to start filming it. I'm going to show you how I actually breed worms for sale. What you've always seen from me is my towers and, all the fun I have with it and experiments and things like that. But I'm actually going to show you my breeder bins and my racks that I have them on and my setup. And now I have my new food grinder, so I'm going to start grinding their food. That'll be a big help for my hands. And I guess that's a part of my worm thing I've never showed anyone, so I'm ready to just show you guys, and you can ask me any questions on how I mix things, do things, and I don't care. It's okay. I don't keep any secrets. What is it? So that'll be coming up. All right, guys. So thank you for being with me this morning in my garden. Subscribe to my channel, give me that thumbs button, and also go find my Facebook page. I have a lot of interaction over there, and people are always asking me questions over there on how to do things. And in the near future, I'll be starting a blog over there. Just writing down my years of experience, as a gardener and a worm farmer for, let's see, I've been 19 years now, and I'm ready to write down all my experiences and my successes and my failures so that you don't make the same mistakes I've done. So that's going on. So I can't wait to see all your videos. I do watch them often, even if I don't comment. I do watch your videos often. Sometimes I put them on my TV as I'm cleaning or something, and I listen as I go, and I take a peek here and there. So it's really exciting to see what people are doing out there these days. Nina obviously heard something in the forest, and she is barking. There's a lot of wildlife out there, so in the morning, who knows, it could be raccoons, a bobcat, it could be anything. Stop. All right, guys, great day. Take care.